Orders are due this Monday at I Want More Comics and Games. We make them available online so you don't miss out for your comic, trade paperback, and manga choices. A big week for #1 issues. DC launches 3 new titles with Batwoman, Deathstroke the Terminator, and Lobo. Big push is here with big support. Other publishers bring us new #1s for Dead Teenagers, Rafael Garcia Henchman, Tyler Rake An Extraction Story, and Neighborhood Watch. And if you missed the first Prince of Dork, Death Fight Forever, or White Sky, all have second prints available to order now. Place your order before 6 p.m. Monday night, either shipped or in-store pickup. See you at release.
I feel very accomplished that I both used the right title for this show and had a video for it. So
heck yeah, moving up. This is an
trying.
important show too, my friend. It can save you so much money.
This is all about just straight up getting what you want and not having to pay the big numbers.
At this point, if you listen to us on this stage, I think that you would save in the last 3 weeks. I think you're saving what, 40, 80, almost $90 if you just listen to us. So this is the place to be, man.
Hey, assuming you wanted it. If you didn't want it, then no big deal. No problem.
Yeah. It just feels like everybody wants it now. So
yeah.
We are talking, of course, about comics that are coming out in the future. These ones are not actually physically here. These guys are being sent to the printer and still got to get printed. So that means that we have all the time in the world to pick these up at regular MSRP. There's going to be a bunch of new #1s, some cool second printings, really dope variants. The really cool part about this is that if you'd like multiples on this, you can actually buy multiples on this show. But to do that, you have to kind of follow along. And how would you do that, Keith, on the website?
We're going to start off on the ever wonderful World Wide Web and go to iwantmorecomics.com.
Heard of it?
You land on our homepage there, and we have this nice navigation bar at the top. Under shop, you have final orders due. And that's what takes us to all of these things. We recommend anyone who's looking into this, obviously join us for this show. It's the easiest way where we start pointing some fingers at some things that you should look at and be able to make your own judgments as if you wanted it or not. But we get this updated usually on Fridays with the final version. The best that we can do for images, which I'm gonna wag a finger at DC right there. Like, I don't even know what the Absolute Flash #13 main images looks like because they haven't released that yet. But we update the final version of it goes up at that point in time. We get it as best as possible, and then you can start perusing and or even buying at that point in time. Hold slots, it will be up in the portal a little bit earlier. And again, with hold slots, we're always encouraging you use the portal first. Portal has a little bit more options. One of the hold slot benefits is that you on the main site here, you do not get an option to see any of the ratio variants, but the portal does. So it turns up on live on the main site if we receive them and they are for sale the week that they come out. But by that time, maybe somebody already snagged it. So we are going to spend a little bit more time today harping on kind of a state of the union of comics right now, because we've seen this. We've been at this game long enough that we see these shifts every so often where an excitement, a buzz, sometimes people use negative words like speculation and market manipulation and things like that about new books or big deal books taking off. And there's been, within our last year and a half here and all this, kind of headlined by the phenomenal success of Absolute Batman, there's been an opportunity where a lot of new books have gained. And that means something. And what we mostly want as a business for you guys is to make sure that you're not left on the outside of something you wanted to read. We, this last Wednesday, had a lot of people coming in and asking for White Sky and saying, hey, I want to get on that now. And we're like, it sailed. It's when we turned it live on Tuesday, it was already sold out before we opened up on Wednesday morning.
That ship is gone.
And it's White Skies blew up, Dork blew up. Like there's just these books, even DC Night Fight number
Night
3.
Fight. Yep.
Yeah, these are books that when people on the internet make a big deal out of a book like this and tell everybody you got to jump on, you got to be on it, then it starts the FOMO, right? And everybody's looking and everybody's diving. And of course, if it's one of the books like these that didn't get enough orders, then it becomes a supply and demand, and market value starts going up. Market value, guys, when I say that, I mean, look at what it's selling for. I can ask $1 million for a book. Nobody's buying it at $1 million. Doesn't mean anything. But if we consistently see a book starting to go for 25, 30, 40, whatever it is, well, that's a real thing. Like there's, and it could be for all crazy reasons. We're not even going to get into why, but it just is. It just literally is. And when the book goes up that much, our copies on the rack, the ones that are not pre-ordered, will go up. So this is probably not the last time we'll preach this. I feel like me and Richie are broken records, and we will always say this, but we appreciate you guys hanging in with us. We want to put this forward. Nothing, not a single thing on here is speculation marked up at final order cutoff. That's not how it works. I can put in an order for whatever you guys want right now. And for that reason, there's zero reason for me to turn around and do it. And as Richie has pointed out so many times, if you thought you saw that, you saw the one that was going to happen, you could order 2.
Yeah.
You could order 5. I don't care. If
no matter to us,
time that I'm asking the publisher for your copies, it's not a problem. It's never a problem. It's never anything that's got to get up. It's after all the market has dictated and made the moves and all this, and we can't get more copies, and it's going to go that way, that prices are readjusted. I'll give you an example. I think we talked 2 weeks ago about Nectar.
Yep.
And as of yesterday, Nectar has been picked has been crowned as the next one to go. It's going to be huge and all this. So our copies are, if you pre-ordered it, you got it exactly for what it was. You got it for cover price. You got it for the variant price. You got it for the right numbers. If you did not, the next copies that we have coming are significantly marked up. The ones that are going to be on the rack, the ones that are available at Tuesday, they're up. But that's our tale and our lesson. Now let's get into let's help you out this week.
That was the church sermon of today, and I do appreciate it, Keith, because I don't think it can be said enough how difficult it is to try to get people the comics that they want. And it means the world to me that the people that spend the time and do the work and listen to us every week get exactly what they need. It hurts me when I find out you missed out, especially when I'm here with Keith every week telling you exactly what's going to happen. And it's not even the bad times before, where it used to be like, oh, how am I supposed to know what I'm going to like 3 months from now? That's just not the case anymore. Typically these bad boys are coming out, what, Keith, 3 weeks?
Most of the stuff is somewhere between 23 days and 30 is the normal cycle. You may have a couple things that need a little bit extra time and need another week or two to bake on top of that.
But it's not like it was back in the day where it was like a 3-month investment. You wouldn't know exactly what happened until 90 days out. So follow along, get active in what you want to read, and never, ever, ever experience FOMO if you're a part of this show. With that said, if you did miss out, we do have great news. There are second prints, as we talked about on our teaser. In Image Comics, both Dork and White Sky are getting additional printings. Dork is on its 3rd printing because that second printing is also quite high in the competitive market already. So now your chance to get it at cover price is going to be a 3rd printing. But right now is the time to get on it and get into this excellent book. I'm very happy for its success because I know Brett Bean is a very cool guy. So make sure to pick that up. If you're worried about White Sky, our 2nd print is available there. Again, this is cover price right now. So pick it up at $3.99. If it does go to competitive market, maybe there's a shot that this one goes up. I think we're ahead of it a little bit further than we were Dorked, but you never know. Don't miss out again. Make sure you pick up your White Sky #1 right here.
And I pulled up real quickly while Richie was talking there was the Death Fight Forever was the other one that has, while it's not seeing a massive jump, it is seeing a jump right now a little bit. Like that is a little bit more than what it used to be. So Death Fight Forever has come back for second print. And if for whatever reason, like you've missed out on anything in the world of Invincible Battle Beast, this just got snuck in. We are up to a 6th print on number 1, 3rd prints on 2, 3, 4, second prints on 5, 6, and then 7 is this week. You could be 100% caught up on the entire story, all at cover price. Just ready to go if there was anything in there that you missed and all. And there is some amazing work being done on this. This number 4 3rd print is one of the should not be slept on arts out there. I don't think you'd recognize it straight up, and I didn't either because it's not there, but Sean would definitely judge us harshly if we did not turn around and mention that that's Jeff Darrow.
Oh, really? That's incredible.
So
awesome.
We're talking about, like, they picked up Jeff Darrow. You've got the Jason Howards. Number 3 now is Derek Charm. And then number 2's new one is Gabriel Rodriguez.
I do think that it's worth grabbing these up. The point being is that this was supposed to be a 6-part mini. It was so successful that they went back and decided we're going to keep this bad boy going as people want it. So they reprinted everything to make sure everybody can catch up. And number 7 drops in a few days, in a few weeks.
Yeah. So 7, 2 big variants on that one where we've got our Invincible Month variant. And that's pretty great that Otley's here drawing,
very good. Yes.
Adam Eve there. And then look at this one. I don't know if you've seen it yet, Richie. The Todd Father comes with Battle Beast.
Wow. That's phenomenal.
So both those, all that's available right now on pre-order.
Since you're right next to it, we might as well just talk about it. I have it in my kind of number 1, but Lucky Devils is returning after its little image hiatus. So for those that have been waiting for it, it is now dropping its issue 7. Came around the same time as Battle Beast, so this all kind of fits within Image's distribution scheduling. But technically it's number 7, but you haven't seen that bad boy in a minute. Welcome all the fans waiting patiently for that.
New story arc on that, regular and a variant, the fun little variant about the devil in your ear here by Jim Rugg. Really cool.
Slipping into, we'll talk about DC and kind of talk about a new initiative. For those people that enjoy the Absolute universe, Absolute came about, long story short, with Scott Snyder having an idea and saying, comics are awesome. I really want to prove that. Let me do a passion project. And because he's Scott Snyder, DC went, we typically don't let creators just go for it, but it's you. Go ahead, man. We'll give you a shot. Well, because they did that and his buddies, he brought in a bunch of other creators and he just asked them, like, what do you want to do? What if I gave you, what would you bring to the table? And that is how we got the Absolute universe. Was we put it to the side and say, just do your thing. And you get these amazing stories. Well, DC KO is ending, and with that is this new initiative for DC called Next Level. Next Level is going to be a creator forward storytelling, which is basically, instead of it going through editor first and kind of building a story outside of it, they go, do what you want with this character. We'll see if we can build upon that. And so we have 3 new number 1s, all featured under this Next Level idea. And the first one, Keith already had up there, is Greg Rucka and Batwoman number 1. If you haven't read Greg Rucka Batwoman, you are completely missing out. It is an insane story. And I thought, especially 52 was just kind of like, let's see what tries. But then afterwards, Batwoman takes over Detective Comics, being the first superhero to do that since Batman, and then gets her own series with J.H. Williams at the helm. Greg Rucka's story and vision for Batwoman has been well documented. There was some clashing that he had with editorial later in the series, and the fact that they're giving him a shot at the number one is really big news in a very DC centric way. I think if you enjoyed any of that storytelling or would like something fresh and new, this is a really good place to be at it. If I'm going to guess, Greg Ruck is going to bring some serious business to it. And it's kind of a retelling and reshaping of the new generation's origin of Batwoman. The covers on them were fire. There isn't a bad one in the bunch. I think I'm picking Steven Sajak over the art germ, but that's really hard to say.
That's tough choices there. The main cover, by the way, I also want to point out that Danny is going to be doing this main cover and is the interiors. So
that is correct.
Batwoman has always had a high level of art to it, with J.H. Williams taking the original throne on that. Amy Reader did some of the New 52. Yep. It's just been a big deal. So I expect a lot of visual storytelling. Rucka knows how to play with that. This is going to deliver.
Agreed. And along with that, we will move over to Lobo number one.
Oh, you go.
Oh, yeah, we can do Deathstroke first. Let's do Deathstroke. So Deathstroke the Terminator is also getting the next level treatment with Tony Fleecs. Most people know him from Feral and why can't I remember the name?
Well, there's so many other offshoot stuff he's been doing for Dynamite and all this.
Yeah, I know that Feral, his cat one, and the dog one. Tony is an excellent creator and illustrator to boot. Very, very high animated, can create a lot of intensity with his storytelling, and I think is perfect to be at the helm of Deathstroke the Terminator in 2026. This is going to start off a new series, and again, shakeups, shifts. This is going to kind of retell the new version of Deathstroke. Variants galore, awesome. Again, DC's really putting the backing behind all this to make sure it's not just another thing. They want it to be as successful as anything else. And with the lower level characters, it's a little easier to kind of push the envelope without full heavy editorial on it. That's why they're picking these type of characters. So you'll see, obviously, Lobo is next. And who better to jump in on Lobo than Scotty Young? Goodness gracious, that's going to be fun. I can't wait. It will be high octane chaos and with no end in sight. But Lobo had a very interesting participation in the DCKO tournament. This is the remainder after it, and potentially kind of like a little spark of the flame to get everyone hyped for the movie and his cinematic debut.
So all three of these carry one of the covers in both a foil and regular version. Bermejo, Panosian, and Artgerm for the three different series. All three of these series have a Jorge Corona variant to them. If you'd like to say, match up all your variants on this. And then there's another variant. Eom did two of them, and there was Sajak on the Batwoman for that. Blanks available. The whole thing for it. This is going to be a little bit popular here also locally, with it being Jorge Corona doing the interior art on it. So that will add to the little bit of business for this book.
All right, moving on from there, we'll go into some independent stories, and this is where you want to look out if you are trying to get ahead of those competitive market pricings, because these are the ones we're not quite sure on how many to order. And it's not just us, it's nationwide. Every comic book owner has to kind of deal with this problem of how much do I bring and how much do I fill the rack with, in the risk that no one is interested. So we begin with Boom Entertainment with a really, I think, interesting one called Neighborhood Watch. This is it starts with kind of like your mundane suburban life between two different groups, an HOA heavy area and a very free do what you want kind of place connected by a bridge. Both the VP and the HOA of both residential areas end up finding a victim in their connecting bridge and immediately blame each other. So it becomes kind of this who done it with the threat of, the stranger is my enemy style storytelling. I think it's got a unique place in today's world and will build upon that on a residential level, which will feel very simple at first and then grow and grow and grow until it's quite out of hand.
Let me see if I got this fixed here so it's just not uploading right. But the Jenny Friesen is the exact same as the Jenny Friesen Glow in the Dark. Obviously, one of them's going to have treatment on it. So I got to go in there and fix that image. I just caught it there. But you do have a pretty colorful and story-bound cover here from Friesen with that. So you've got some really cool stuff there.
Next up from Oni Press, for those of you that have caught the hit show School Spirits, there's basically it's a story about people that die in a place and are trapped there forever. This has a little bit of that same themology, but this is called Dead Teenagers by Jude Ellison, S. Doyle, and it is about basically these kids that are trapped in a loop of their high school prom. And in that loop, there's this murderer that keeps killing them over and over and over again. So they keep kind of like Groundhog Day trying to change the patterns on and see if they can break the chain. And nothing has ever worked except for right now. On issue 1, we see a break in the chain and things start unraveling very quickly. So it's interesting in the fact that they don't build the loop. They kind of just assume that you are part of it. And now they're shifting into the chaos and consequences of that chain being broken. And what does it all mean? I see thriller. I see brutality. I see a lot of dark fantasy. It's going to be fun for everybody. I think you should get on it. Keith is already highlighting what I think is going to be the biggest variant. Anytime we can homage a different movie or things like that, those typically shoot high. So
yeah, I like all the flavors of the variants here. Also, I think that they just stand out well in all this. So that second variant, that's the movie homage, is by the interior artist Caitlin Yarsky. So feel safe that the interior quality is also going to be pretty good for this.
The next one's actually tied to a movie debut from Netflix. Ignition Press has Tyler Rake, an Extraction story. This is going to be a prequel to the Extraction film releasing on Netflix. And it's just the early days of him. Basically, it's a man that has a hidden past that doesn't really want it to be revealed. And of course, his simple life gets thrown in array because things just never leave you alone. So he gets pulled right back into his assassination days, survival days, and has to use his skills to overcome the day. I think it'll be a great thriller series. Ignition Press has been putting out really high-level storytelling, and Andy Parks is going to kill it. So I think you should pick it up if you're even slightly interested in the film or want to pick up something that already will be greenlit into a movie and such.
Yep.
Over at Dark Horse Comics, the Legend of Gru continues in Gru the Prophecy. Sergio Aragonés is continuing the story of Gru and has been for a very long time. This is your next issue. Just absolute fun and mayhem. If you're part of Gru, you already know. If you haven't tried it, give it a shot for $4.99. It's a wonderful world to play in, and I think definitely easily worth cracking open the pages.
All the people that you would expect to be working on this are Sergio Aragonés as part of the art. That's his cover, his writing. Mark Evanier is helping with the writing. Stan Sakai's got a little bit of art in this. It's the who's who of this era of comics.
Truth to that. Dark Horse also has a new Magic the Gathering story. These are the untold stories of Jace. Crime Spree is the kind of underlining story of it. But this is, this is the BA Jace, man. This is everybody's favorite wizard.
Yeah, and they're putting a lot of quality creators behind this too. Also, art, it looks good. So fun storytelling. It does fit and flow. It's all Magic approved. The people that are involved with this, so it's not just wild, crazy offshoot type stuff. It is inside the lore of the card game.
Right. Thing about Magic too is there's a huge lore if you don't know about it. If you like fantasy at all, I highly recommend you pick up any Magic the Gathering story because they have been really, really great. From there, we're going to move over to Marvel for their 2 number ones. This show we have Web of Venom number 1. Featuring the all newer Venom-ish by Jordan Morris. A lot of great stories. This is going to be a one-shot and kind of the amalgamation of the Venom Spider-Man that has been recently introduced.
Great homage cover here back to Web of Spider-Man number 1. Well done for that here. The Peach Momoko is high on my list. Obviously, Scotty Young is pretty great. No losers in the lineup. It's every single one of them is pretty acceptable for that. The Juan Ferreira foil might be pretty interesting because a very simple background. Foils stand out better when it's like a character. They just produce better.
All right. From there, we have Fantastic Four First Foes. This is going to take place within the cinematic universe of Fantastic Four. They put out a one-shot that was kind of like a prequel to the movie. The comic itself was considered in canon, so the physical copy was also present in the movie itself. This is kind of the ongoing stories of that. This will be right after their incident that turned them all into superheroes and meeting some of their first foes. This one, I believe, focuses on the Mad Thinker.
Yep. 2 different Phil Noto covers and a Care Andrews. So
yes, and I think the Phil Notos really work with the cinematic universe styling of it. So I would suggest that one. The last number 1 I have is kind of a one-shot, but it is from Dynamite Entertainment, and it is Thundercats crossover with the Silverhawks.
So kind of one shot, but it's the prequel to a 15-part crossover that will be 3 parts a month for 5 months, if I'm remembering all my notes correctly.
That's a serious storyline there.
Yeah. So this is going to turn around, and we're going to have up on the website probably within the next 3 or 4 days for you to be able to order the first round of those parts. None of them have passed FOC. This is the very, very first part that will be on FOC. You haven't missed anything yet. But the 15 parts go through 3 different 5-part miniseries of Thundercats X Silverhawks, Mumra the Ever Living, and Thunderhawks. So there will be 1 month will be all the issue 1s, 1 month all the issue 2s, 1 month all the issue 3s. 5 parts takes you through the summer. Starts in April. This will be the first one, the prequel that the Road to. I don't like to call it prequel because it's really kind of a whole how did we get there kind of thing. But the story is going to be, you would know that Thundercats and Silverhawks are not necessarily in the same timeline. Forget worlds, just even in the same timeline.
Right.
This is a little bit of a time caper, and there's going to be a lot of things that go wrong, and how do they put it all back together across all that. So if you're fans of where of these properties, this is pretty well done. The creative team on this, Staying at the helm is Ed Brisson. I know Declan Shalvey's involved in this. It's the people that's been writing the books. So
excellent. There is a blind bag variant on this one with some unique rules on it. It's the 1984 price point, which is a little gag at when the item's released. It looks like it's going to have 3 variants in it.
Yeah, 3 different dynamite variants. And it turns around here, says one shot randomly selected from a range of covers that are exclusive to this offering. Includes virgins, colored, blanks, and more. So it should be not focused so much on the other covers that you could turn around and get. Although I would expect that 1 or 2 of those could be variants of that.
Okay, so we are running out of time, but I do want to bring up a couple things. Please take a look at our cover themed filters. We have a few of them this week, including Invincible. There is new Marvel Monsters variants that are coming out. The Doom homage variants are continuing. And there is a new one for next month, which is April Fool's Day, where Deadpool's doing all these silly things in covers. And they look great, and I don't want you to miss out on those. Dark Knight Returns is continuing its facsimile run. Don't miss out on the really cool Jock cover that we know of and the new Frank Miller that is currently still we're waiting on. And Titans, the comic book, is getting a new shakeup, and they're going to be called the New Titans, with a new lineup of Titans that kind of spill out of DCKO. So look out for potential firsts, new appearances, covers, and things like that. Don't miss out. Anything else you'd like to add there, Keith?
We spent a little bit of time talking up front about the, like why we do the show and all this. So it kind of stepped on us really highlighting some of the better variants. I put a couple of them in the video. I think it's, like this again, part of the hobby. You don't even have to be buying everything. You just get a chance to like put your eyes on all of it one time through. Be picky. Find the things that match what you're looking for in your collection. Add those to your collection, and you're going to be way happier than just playing catch up or blind buying kind of things like this. That's why we put the time and effort into making this all right, and so that you guys have it. There is the wacky, the wild. Please don't think of it as offensive and all this. Bible tool, hail to the King of the Jews, baby.
Yep.
I'm going to leave it just like that and all this. Source Point Press putting this out here, that this is volume 1 of this is a little OGN 1999 here. Could be wild, could be crazy. Hopefully, don't take it as offense. It's meant to be humor and all that. Tongue in cheek.
Correct.
I do personally, from the past, I will tell you this: one of the best books that was ever out there was Jesus Christ in the Way of the Gun.
Yes,
which was done by Ethan. What's his name from Robo? Dang it, I'm gonna blank on that one. Ethan and Malachi were the ones that turned around and did Axe Cop. So,
yes.
Ethan did that one first, and it was amazing. So this could turn into something like that. I really wish it was in print. I would be very much recommending you guys the other one. So maybe this is good. I don't have a preview to be able to see. I saw some images inside. I saw like 8 pages of teaser on it and all this. It was not bad at all. And it was definitely, meant to be humorous and what do you mean in kind of a way. So not an offensive way. So plenty of stuff out there. We're way over time and all this, but put your orders in by 6:00 tomorrow. Join us back Tuesday night for the new release rack, the hype show there. And on Wednesday, which I have seen some of the stuff that Sean just bought over the weekend. It
came in
going to get wild.
Right when I think never mind. We got a whole bunch more.
Yeah, it going to get wild. So join us for those, and we will see all of you again.
See ya.
Orders are due this Monday at I Want More Comics and Games. We make them available online so you don't miss out for your comic, trade paperback, and manga choices. A big week for #1 issues. DC launches 3 new titles with Batwoman, Deathstroke the Terminator, and Lobo. Big push is here with big support. Other publishers bring us new #1s for Dead Teenagers, Rafael Garcia Henchman, Tyler Rake An Extraction Story, and Neighborhood Watch. And if you missed the first prints of Dork, Death Fight Forever, or White Sky, all have second prints available to order now. Place your order before 6 p.m. Monday night, either shipped or in-store pickup. See you at release.